Hello everyone. Today I'm going to cover how to track your teachers who have entered grades into their gradebook or have not entered grades into your gradebook. So there's going to be two reports that would help you in this area. So I'll go through setting up each one and why. The first area you need to go to would be your Educator Access Plus. Now let me switch over. Currently I'm at the district level, but let me switch over to a campus level. I'll switch over to Mackay to get back into Educator Access Plus. Most of your accounts, for those that have access to Educator Access Plus, will be looking like this. The place where you'll be going to print your reports is under Teacher Tracking and Reports. Okay, the report where you'll be going to is called Gradebook Usage Report. Now, I created one earlier. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one so I can start new. So each of one of you will have to create a report, actually two templates, so that you can run them separately. So click Add. Just call it Teacher Gradebook Check. If you want to share it with the other admins, that's fine. Now you make sure that you do it by teacher. Leave this area as is so it can capture all teachers. You don't want to print the statistics. That's just too much data. So avoid any of these two. You don't need that much data for what your purpose. If your purpose is to check and see if they're following gradebook policy, then you really don't need the statistics on them. You do definitely want to print assignment breakdown by category. Now here's where you're going to be selecting the term. If we are currently in term 3, so I'm going to go ahead and select term 3. You can also do it by date range if you wanted to, but if you want to just have it open from term 3, which began November 3rd, was it? Or November 7th, I'm sorry. Began November 7th. Now, if you want to run a report that shows you only the teachers that have not entered any grades, and if you want to do this on a weekly basis, so you know who's not updating their gradebook, you can choose this option right there. And it's only going to print classes with 0 or fewer assignments in selected term date range. So that's a report that I recommend that you run after each new 6 weeks. Every week you run it and verify the teachers who are not keeping up with inputting grades for the students on a weekly basis at least. Once you select that, click Save and Print. Now the report will take a few minutes to gather all the data, and then after that you'll have your report, and we'll look at that as soon as it's ready to once it's ready to print. Okay, so you notice that the report's going to have the class, the teacher, the period, and how many students they have in that class. And of course, you notice total assignments, 0. So this teacher in particular, up to now in the third term and up to today's date, 11/16, has no grades posted in period 2 of her classes, or 3, or so on. So that's what this report will look like. It'll give you the name of the teachers and the periods and their classes and how many well, the fact that they do not have any assignments posted in their account yet. And if you run this on a weekly basis, you'll be able to know and compare and find out if they're updating their gradebooks on a timely manner. The next report that I think would help or benefit would be a report that tells you the amount of grades the teacher has posted. And you probably want to check this closer to the end of the 6 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and click and add a new one. This one, call it Q every or 6 weeks. Something to tell you that it's the one you're going to be running every 6 weeks. Same thing again by teacher. Leave it as is. You don't want the statistics. That's too much information. You do want the breakdown by category. Again, select the term 3 or 2 or 4, whichever term you're at. And this time, click only classes with at least one assignment in a selected term/date range. So again, this will, if you're printing the other one on a weekly basis, you already know who's not entering the grades on a timely manner. So you'll be able to, or you'll already have that report. This report's going to print you everyone else who does have assignments, and it'll print you the amount of assignments they have and the breakdown, making sure that they are following the policy. So go ahead and save and print. It'll take probably about 10-15 minutes to gather all the data and then give you the report that you will need. Okay, so this is what the report will look like. Again, we'll have the class, the teacher's name. It's sorted by teacher, their period, class size. This particular class has 7 assignments, and you'll notice that's 2 for 1, 2 daily, 4 exam, 1 quiz. So you go through these, look through the reports, confirm that they have the necessary amount of assignments, and those that don't, you speak to the teacher. But depending on the what class it is, this one currently has 3 assignments, 1, 1, and 1. Okay, so I believe this report will help you confirm, verify that all teachers are following gradebook policy. Here we have 3 and only daily and quizzes. You're missing an exam grade. So it's a friendly reminder also for the teachers to make sure that they're following the gradebook policy and keep up with all the necessary grades so that there are no issues with parents should they question the validity of the gradebook. So with this report and the report of teachers with no grades, I think you'll be able to monitor teachers' grade books a lot easier. Thank you for your time.